Samuel's Shadow by Lucas Allman and Zach Smolko. There once was a boy named Samuel Silas Malone who would find ways to play when he was alone. He would build with his blocks or shoot his toy bow, but it was always more fun to play with his shadow. His shadow would sneak up behind him and boo, and Samuel's shadow was named Samuel too. His shadow played like no one else that he knew. There was never a limit to what they could do. Samuel's mother would watch from the back porch and say, "Why don't you play with the children today?" He would for a while, but it was always so dull. They never played anything other than ball. His family, teachers, and kids down the street always chuckled and told him the same thing each week. "Your friend is imaginary. He's fake. He's not real." Samuel would pretend that he couldn't hear. But he was a good boy, and though he didn't believe them, he listened to those who were older than him. Samuel started to grow and his shadow wanted to play. But he told him, "They say it's time that you went away." So Samuel the shadow got up and ran, and Samuel Silas would never see him again. The older he got, he thought of his shadow much less, till he had the same shadow as everyone else. He became an adult, had kids, life was good. He barely remembered that friend from his own childhood. His children grew up just as he did. He was now an old man with hair gray and thin. One day in the park there was no one around. Samuel noticed his shadow lying long on the ground. He waved his hands in the air and loudly he called. The shadow just copied his movements, that's all. So much time had passed since he played as a boy that he couldn't imagine his friend anymore. Sadly, he turned and started to leave. The shadow just followed. Samuel no longer believed. So when someone tells you something's not real, I want you to know, it's only if you believe everything that you're told. Don't forget how to play like Samuel did. You can always be that imaginative kid. Please keep this in mind, whatever you do and wherever you go. Sincerely, your friend, Samuel the Shadow.